this because he got the trophy. But it was really close because the caution comes out late, and we know that he's so close to getting the checkered flag. Watch, though, right here. Yellow lights come on. So, Larry, the one thing we have to point out as we talk about the controversy at the end of this race is the rules and their different approach on All-Star Night.
Yeah, we don't even debate right there whether they should have or shouldn't have, but they instigated the rule as it's put out there, because if you look at our points race, like at Kansas, like at Charlotte this week, if the caution, if you see the white flag, the next flag ends the race, whether it's a checkered flag or a caution, but the rules for the All-Star race, it has to end under green flag conditions. So even though Ryan had taken the white flag, because he was the distance of the studio getting back to the checkered flag when that caution came out, as I said on the broadcast, we re-rack them, we go back racing for an overtime finish.
Let's get reaction now from NASCAR Scott Miller on the caution coming out as Ryan Blaney was so close to getting the victory.
Race director looked up, and I'm not sure what he saw, but he immediately put it out. So wish we wouldn't have done that, but we did that, and we'll own that we probably prematurely put that caution out.
Your thoughts on the way NASCAR handled this situation, Daniel?
You know, we're humans, and mistakes happen. And I think something that is very important is NASCAR recognizing that to be able to be better. You know, we are having an event, the All-Star race, that has so many different rules that are different than what we do every single week. So for them to have a mistake, you know, it's not extremely surprising, but that could have changed the outcome of the race, and that's the part that is obviously very, very tough.
Now let's talk about the window net deal, because he thinks he's won. So the window net comes down, and we see it flapping, and now the question becomes, can he get that back up before we have ultimately what ends up being the final restart, Larry?
And I never thought he would be able to get that latch back up, because even in my days as a crew chief, we had those things so tight. We picked the biggest crew member of the team to make sure that window net was latched when they would fire those engines. And I just felt like he was never going to get there. And as you heard Mike Joy say, he had to maintain caution car speed. But special event, special situation, EIRI, except in case of rare instances, that's a special event. I know Scott Miller said in that interview when he was asked about maybe letting Ryan come down and fasten the window net to make sure from a safety standpoint, go back and maintain his position. He said that's really not what we do. That's not within the rules. But you know what? I go back to 2001. We dropped the green flag on the All-Star race. We had 6 of them pile up in 1 and 2 because the track was wet. You know what we did? We unloaded backup cars, something we would never, ever do. I just felt like it all worked out. That's the good thing. I just felt like at that point, let that man come down. Let's fasten that window net and put him back up there where he belongs.
You know, Blaney wins it, and all the controversy that comes with it and all that leading up to Blaney's victory. The guy that finished second is Denny Hamlin. Denny agrees that Ryan was the guy that should have won the race, but he had some interesting comments when things were done on pit road. Here you go.
You felt they should have flagged him for having his window net down.
Bob, I'm sure you will tweet the rule.
Yeah.
At some point.
I mean, they told
and it's not, listen, I'm not trying to, this isn't a Denny Hamlin judgment call. I'm just saying, whatever the rule is, let's be consistent and play by the rule. It's unfortunate because he made a mistake. He should have won the race. He's 100 yards from winning the race. But many cars have not won races because of green, white, checkered, or because of a mistake on a restart at the end. Those things happen. All I ask is that we know what the rules are and we play by them. Where NASCAR really got away with one is we nearly crashed off 2, and so when I send them headfirst into traffic and the window net's down, I don't know. You know, then they got a lawsuit on their hands.
They were celebrating. He put the window net down. We saw him struggling to get it back up, but coming to green, he was warming his tires back on the back straightaway. You could clearly see both hands on the wheel warming the tires up. The window net was up. No way for us to know if he got it 100% latched or not. And at that point in time, no way we can be certain that he didn't get it latched. So there's no way we could call him down pit road at that time.
We've heard from Denny, who finished second. We get the reaction from Scott Miller at NASCAR. What are your thoughts on how all that played out, Daniel?
Listen, Adam, I understand Denny's frustration. The most unhappy person in a race, it's always second place finish because you are the closest to winning and you didn't win. And he had a little fresher tire. So I understand his frustration. But honestly, I disagree a little bit calling Ryan, as him making a mistake because everyone thought the race was over. I thought the race was over. So, maybe miscommunication, rules are different, but I'm not sure if that was a mistake because everyone was celebrating, like I assumed that the race was over.
Hey, race fans, thanks for watching our video. For all NASCAR on Fox news, content, and the best clips from Fox Sports, be sure to follow and subscribe to our channel.